Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It has been a while since we've released a video, I know, and I am sorry about that. It is now June 1st, and in the last video we were talking about turkey hunting and controlled burns and all kinds of things, and all I can say is this spring totally did not go according to plan. I hunted 4 hours all turkey season. 4 hours. So just so you know, in Tennessee, they backed up the start of turkey season now until mid-April. Well, I was traveling pretty much those last couple weeks of April, and then when I was back in town and not traveling, here on the farm, things really start picking up and getting active in May. And so I had to make the decision, you know, do I work or do I go turkey hunting? And I mean, there's things here at the farm that have to be done, and so I made the decision that I was going to, you know, let the farm stuff be my priority, get that stuff taken care of, and then hunt if I had any spare time. Well, weather didn't really cooperate, and then more trips came up. Now, we did get to go on a fantastic vacation to Moab, Utah for a week. That was during turkey season, and I don't regret that at all, because that was a fantastic vacation. It was good to get away, amazing scenery, wonderful hikes, so I don't regret that at all. But so that happened, and then the controlled burn that was supposed to happen here that state of Tennessee was going to do, the weather didn't cooperate. It was either too windy or too wet, and every time I talked to them and they were planning to come out in a couple days, nothing worked out. The weather and the wind just didn't cooperate, so the controlled burn didn't happen. So I'm back to having to mow and bush hog and burn and mow and bush hog the whole farm again right now, instead of where I was hoping to be kind of more in a recovery revitalization stage following a burn. The good thing is, because we didn't burn, that means we've got all of our blackberries. So it looks like we're going to have another fantastic blackberry harvest this year. But so more of that sort of stuff will be over on the Reynolds Ranch farm channel. So if you want to see that, I'll put a link to that down below. But what I'm going to talk about today is I've been out here bush hogging, trying to get things taken care of, getting the blackberry rows mowed off, just getting things back under control after all the rain and me traveling and everything. And it's time to get food plots in. So today I'm going to be seeding my food plot back here. This is the first time that I have ever used a plow or anything like that to really prepare a food plot. So I went through with a turning plow. I brought my dad's old turning plow up here, and instead of turning the soil 12-14 inches deep like he used to always do when he put gardens in, I just went through and I just turned it about 6 to 8 inches deep up here. I didn't want to get down into those rocks and down into the clay. I wanted to stay up in the good, I'm going to call it topsoil. I guess that's what it is. It's just where all this decaying organic matter has been there on top, and the cattle manure and everything that's been on this hillside for 50 plus years is still in that 6 to 8 inch range. So I've got that all turned over. I went through with my disc and I busted it all up. I sent my son down a while ago to pick up most of the big rocks that were in the way. So now I'm going to go in here and get my food plot seed prepared, and we're going to get out here and we're going to start seeding this food plot. Okay, so those of you that have been with me for many years know from previous food plot videos that I don't really like buying bags of pre-mixed food plot. I know what the deer prefer around here and the turkeys, so I like to buy the individual components and mix it myself. And as you see looking around here, I'm a big fan of Hancock seed. So this is sun hemp, that's the coated variety. This is sorghum, lab, and then yellow dent field corn. All that came from Hancock seed. Been using Hancock seed for many years, always been a good performer for me. So I'm going to mix those components in. This is a large bag of buckwheat that I bought from a local store called Knoxville Seed. You know, it's things like this you can get there really cheap, and it's high quality as well. I am a huge fan of buckwheat. You can go back through past videos, especially whenever I start talking about a late summer to early fall food plot. Buckwheat is a staple for me. It comes up fast, provides really quick nutritional value forage for the deer, and then it also tends to also take some of the browse pressure off of some of these other items that take a little bit longer to come up. So huge fan of buckwheat all summer long, even into the fall. And then the other thing is I've got some Paradovic sunflowers here, so I'm going to mix some of these in. The good thing, what I like about this is the sunflowers and the corn kind of give a little bit of a lattice structure, if you want to call it. I say lattice. It gives something for the things like the lab to grow on. And lab is a long vining legume, so it needs something to climb. And that's where the sunflower and the corn really come in handy. The sorghum, they'll also climb on the sorghum. The sorghum's not going to get as tall as this corn will, but it's going to give it another structure as well. And then same thing, the sun hemp gets fairly tall. I believe it's also a legume technically, but it gets tall, but it's not really a real stiff stalk or anything. So I don't, it's not really going to provide a whole lot of growth support for the lab. But the lab, every time I've put lab out before, it has been huge for the deer. They absolutely annihilate it. And I've even had good luck even with the sorghum. Sorghum usually people put out for birds, but I've had the deer come through and they'll bite the whole head. The whole, sorghum, when it comes up and starts to mature, it begins to have this head that blooms and then it turns into seed. I've had deer come up, I've been hunting, and I've had deer come up and just bite the whole head off. I didn't know that they would do that, but they do it with the sorghum. So I'm gonna get this all mixed up. We're gonna get down here and get this put out. The rain is supposed to be coming in some this afternoon, so I'm gonna try to get this out back over here in this food plot before the rain gets here. Get this stuff all mixed together here and get that corn up off the bottom. Get the corn mixed in. Well, we got the seed put out here. The rain still is not here yet, so I checked the radar. It's only 5 or 10 miles away, but it looks like it may be breaking up, so I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run up here to the house and I'm going to put my disc on the tractor and I'm going to set the blades at the smallest angle pitch I can, and I'm going to run through here just one time just to kind of cover the seeds a little bit. I don't have a cultipacker. I know I need one, but since I don't have one, what I've done in the past is I've used that disc where I've set the disc blades to the shallowest angle that I can, and just let it kind of cover the seed with just maybe an inch of dirt. I know some of these seed that may be too much, but that's really all I got. Plus it helps keep the birds from coming in here eating all my seed, because I seeded this really heavily. I want this to be a real lush, thick, heavy food plot. I'm hoping that we can put a blind up over here in this thicket during archery season, because Trey has got his crossbow last year and he was really wanting to try to get him a doe or even a buck, but a doe mainly, or just something for the freezer in archery season. And then those walnut trees over there, I'm probably going to hunt out of my saddle in those walnut trees. So I'd love to have this be a nice lush food plot. And then I'm actually thinking, see where I've mowed right here, I'm actually thinking that taller stuff on the other side of the mowed strip, I'm tempted to come down here and plow another narrow, thin strip up there as well, and just make it be all buckwheat or something like that. Or I may even just wait and do it in the fall and do my fall winter food plot there, as opposed to the strip all the way up on the very top of the ridge. I don't know what I'm going to do, but anyway, at least this is on the ground now. I've just got to get it covered, pray for rain a little bit, and I will update you as it goes along. So summer's here almost. I mean, it's unofficially summer, so let me know what you're doing to prepare for deer season coming up here in just a few months. Man, it's hard to believe. It's almost, I don't know. Or if you're out fishing, I'm really hoping to do a lot more fishing this summer. And let me know what you're doing. Thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, I would really appreciate if you go and hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified every time I release a video, you can hit that bell. But let me know what you're doing this summer. If you're putting any food plots out, if you're fishing, if you're just doing general property management, or if you're just enjoying the summer at the lake or hanging out or kids sports or whatever. So thanks for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day. God bless.